My name's Joe Johnson, and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. Now, if you've got joint pain, you need to really listen, because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I've discovered about stopping joint pain and stopping it quickly, it's cutting edge, and it just might be the untapped resource that you've been looking for. I'm going to show you how simple it is to quickly reduce and hopefully even stop the joint pain, but just as importantly, how to switch on and speed up your body's own natural healing mechanisms without the need for surgery and without risking your health to expensive and useless and even dangerous drugs. Now, Emma Williams, the editor of this website, Emma's urged me to share with you details of a discovery that I've made about joint pain. One that gets rid of your joint pain possibly faster than you've ever dreamed possible. So now, in plain English, we're going to discuss what is actually going on in your aching joints. And you're going to see how simple it is and easy it is to reduce the amount of pain you've got in your joints. So, if you're the person with joint pain, what's going on in your joints? So, think of it like this. Whether through wear and tear, or strain, or toxicity buildup, or through an unfortunate accident, your joints may become damaged and need repairing. Now, your body is more than capable of repairing the damage, because after all, your body made your joint perfectly in the first place. But it's as if it's always assumed that your joint would last you a lifetime. So, apart from the usual biochemical and cellular replacement that take place on a daily basis, your body's healing mechanisms do not usually focus on any structural damage in the joint. So, if you have got a joint problem and you're suffering from pain and discomfort and the misery, you need to somehow stimulate your body's healing mechanisms and focus on repairing the joint. And unless you find a way to stimulate your body's healing mechanisms without damaging your body's delicate chemical balance, then sooner or later you may end up losing the mobility in your joint altogether. So, before I show you a simple way to stimulate your body's healing mechanisms, I want you to consider this. You see, normally, if you've got a painful joint, your body's healing system will, albeit over a very long period of time, it'll attempt to slowly heal itself. But the thing is, if you've been stressed or maybe overworked or taken drugs, including painkillers and anti-inflammatory drugs, then your body's healing mechanism it becomes damaged, it becomes weaker. And that's enough for this healing mechanism to be even interrupted or stopped altogether. So, once your joint becomes inflamed, as you know, you experience joint pain. And you may struggle to move the joint or hold things or walk for months or even years. And some people with joint pain, if it's left untreated, they never get the mobility back again. And to make things even worse, now, if you use painkillers or anti-inflammatories to kill the pain in your joint, you'll have to swallow them. Now, that means that the whole of your body's mechanism, the healing mechanism, is now shocked and weakened even further. And it's like a toxic impact of the powerful pain-killing chemicals. And this is why painkillers and anti-inflammatories, they do appear to work for a day or two. But what tends to happen is your joint pain, the problem comes back even worse than before, and you end up taking more and more painkillers. And in case you're in any doubt about the danger of modern painkillers and anti-inflammatories, and they're sometimes called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the proof below, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine, like painkillers and anti-inflammatories, it's an astonishing 780,000 men, women and children every year. And that's about 2,200 a day. So it's now evident that the American medical system is the leading cause of death and injury in the United States. Now, that's the doctors saying that, not me. So I was desperate to find a way of reducing and even stopping your joint pain, but at the same time stimulating your body's healing mechanisms into healing the joint pain as fast as possible, but this bit's important, without harming or damaging in any way, the amazing biochemical miracle. We take it for granted every single day. That's your incredible body. I've seen so many people lose the mobility in the joints and then they lose their health. And it starts with simple conditions like joint pain. And some people have very expensive and very painful surgery, but things just go from bad to worse. And it's tragic and it's so often avoidable. And that's why I do my research. You see, human beings with joint pain, they've been around for tens of thousands of years. Pharmaceutical companies have been around about 100 years. And they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew. So my first step in researching into joint pain is to go back into history and have a look, see what our ancestors knew. And after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist research books, I mean that whilst I can't reveal my sources, I've got secret access to some of the very best herbalist remedy books on the planet. Now these books are mostly kept hidden away by either rich collectors, private libraries, specialist reference libraries, and even drug companies have got some amazing books and they keep them hidden away. Now I've also got access to books that modern science believes are not worth looking at. Now these books have been written by people who've got zero medical qualifications, but these people have lived in the wilds, practicing the secrets of Mother Nature every single day of their lives. And these people have had herbal remedies passed down from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. It's because they work. And anyway, it was in one of these research books that I found the clues to an ancient cure for joint pain. It was in a ramshackle bookshop and it lay just behind the harbour in the port of Antibes in southern France. Now this particular book was over 200 years old. Now my French isn't that good, but fortunately the botanical names were written in Latin. And again, my Latin isn't very good either, but I knew enough to recognise the plant names. But I was very puzzled. There were several, amazing and interesting remedies in that one book. But this remedy stood out. The remedy I found was for swelling and injury of the joints. And yet the plants I read about I'd never considered for use with joint pain problems. But I took note of the types of plants used, where the plants were found, and the ratio and the mixture and the preparation of the plants and everything else that I could think of that might help me make this remedy. So, I'd heard of these herbs before and I'd used them many times before, but I had no idea then that once mixed in the right combination, they would stimulate such an incredible pain relieving effect and stimulate a healing effect directly into the joint. Now, I knew that up till now, most natural remedies for joint pain, they're nothing more than like a mild stimulant. It warms the blood and the blood flow to the joint, but they simply don't affect the pain level or the healing mechanism to any degree at all. As I say, they do sometimes help a little, but for joint pain, they simply don't work. They're just not strong enough. So I expected my research to last 6 to 12 months, but I had a 100% proven remedy in 6 weeks. Now, I did want to test this remedy longer, but my conscience wouldn't let me, because every single client with joint pain was reporting amazing results, sometimes in just a few hours. So this remedy has been proven now countless times to quickly reduce joint pain. Not only that, it rapidly speeds up the healing time of the painful, aching joint. So how do you use this remedy? Well, it's simple. You simply massage just a few drops and it's a clear, pleasant smelling remedy directly onto your aching joints. And that's it. It takes you about 10 seconds and you do it 3 times a day. And finally, and this bit's important, you put a few drops onto the soles of your feet at bedtime, and that's it. It is that easy. Your healing will begin straight away, and your pain levels will come down very quickly. Now, hopefully, you'll no longer need powerful pain-killing drugs because they will slaughter your already tired immune system. And hopefully, any prospect of painful or expensive surgery will go away as well. Now, I've made this remedy so that it is simple, easy, and convenient to use. It's concentrated. It's a small bottle, but it will last you a long time. It doesn't look like much, but this remedy really does pack a wallop. When you apply it to your joint, you'll feel the joint improving. Within a few hours of using it, you'll know it feels different, and that is your joint getting better. Soon you'll have more mobility in your joint, and hopefully you can say goodbye to the painkillers. Your joints can and will return to health. This is a convenient and it's easy to use remedy, and it means you don't have to spend your days making expensive and time-consuming appointments with therapists and doctors and people like that. Or you don't have to go discussing your problems with strangers in the drugstore. It's just a small bottle. It's very concentrated. It will last you a long time. This small bottle, it will fit easily into your pocket or in your purse, and you can take it with you throughout the day and just dab a few drops onto your joints throughout the day. The choice is yours, how you use it. Just make sure you apply it a few times a day. Now, I plan to launch the remedy called Joint Pain Doctor with advertising, fancy packaging and sending it out to my small network of distributors, but I never got the chance. You see, word quickly spread about the results that I was getting with that remedy, and patients and herbalists, they came to my practice here and they literally demanded that I make it for them. But I couldn't, it's not so simple. You see, I tested a lot of different herbs, and the only organic herbs which consistently stopped the joint pain came from the Middle East. Now, in these war-torn, struggling times, can you imagine how hard it is to order a parcel from the Middle East? To say my ingredient supply is in the lap of the gods is a massive understatement. Now, I've recently got enough ingredients for 3 batches. I've made each batch myself. I've measured, I've weighed, and I've mixed the ingredients myself. I've blended the herbs myself. So don't worry about that. The Joint Pain Doctor remedies that I make are of the highest quality. I've made 2 batches and I've passed 2 batches over to my trusted friend Emma Williams. So if you've got joint pain, then I strongly suggest that you get this remedy called Joint Pain Doctor before supplies run out and before you inadvertently harm yourself with more painkillers or before you end up opting for surgery. Now, I've said before, using this remedy, it's like an avalanche of healing, and I say that for a very good reason. The drops, you put them on your joint and your joint's hit with hard-hitting, healing herbs, and it's like experience an avalanche of pain relief around your joint. It's very strange. And like I said earlier, this remedy packs a wallop. You'll suddenly feel your joint, it'll feel different. Within a few hours of using it, you'll know your joint's getting better. And you can get better. But you must hurry, however. I only give this remedy, or up to now I've only given it to my clients and fellow herbalists. I've never committed a single batch of this joint remedy to anybody else before. Now, Emma's begged me not to let the other herbalists or online stores know what we were up to till she had the stock. Well, now she's got the stock and it's going faster, than even I imagined. So if you mess around or you order late or think you'll come back later, you may miss out. And if you've got joint pain, that would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. This is big for anyone with joint pain. If you want to get rid of your painful joint problem and get rid of it fast, then this remedy will do 2 things. It'll give you the power and the ability to treat your own aching joints. before it's too late, as I say, before you do the painkillers and the surgery. The result is you're going to be free of joint pain and be able to move pain-free once more like you used to. So have a look at the testimonials below and see how this joint pain doctor has helped many men and women across the country get rid of their joint pain very quickly. This is your chance to benefit from a guaranteed supply of joint pain doctor. But maybe you've got a few understandable seeds of doubt, and that is fair enough. When after all, you don't know me, we've never met. So let me put your mind at rest. So that you can experience the joint pain doctor remedy for yourself risk-free. You can try this remedy risk-free for a full 90 days. You don't risk a single penny trying this remedy for yourself. You've got a complete 90-day unconditional 100% money back guarantee. And it's a clear, but the clear and simple truth is this remedy is a breakthrough. So if it doesn't quickly and easily, first reduce the pain, reduce your joint pain, and then hopefully get rid of it, or if you're not satisfied with anything at all, then I insist you send the remedy back to Emma in any condition, and she will ensure, and I'll personally make sure, you will get a full and fast refund of every penny you paid for the remedy. And there's no questions asked and there's no hassles. It's completely risk-free to you. And you can also keep all the bonus books as a thanks for trying the remedy. And you've got my word on that. Okay, so how much will this pain, this joint pain doctor remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment, plus $170 for the remedy, because it is handmade and it's organic. But because you don't have to have an appointment with me, and appointments with me, they're pretty hard to get, plus I'm not using my offices and my staff and all the other expenses, I've agreed with Emma we can afford to give you a 50% discount for this remedy. That means you can get the joint pain doctor remedy for just $87, plus $5 shipping. That means you'll save over $280 in total. And not only that, now Emma's literally manhandled me here. I'm giving you an additional gift of a free bonus set of health ebooks. Now they're valued at $127 and they're going to the first 100 people who get the joint pain doctor remedy. Now you can see the details of those books below, and those books alone are worth more than the cost of the remedy. So this is the first time, and I don't know, maybe the last, that my joint pain doctor remedy has ever been sold for less than $170. Now, $87 is less than the price of useless painkillers. And it's definitely less than the price of a visit to your doctor. And it's certainly less, $87 is a lot less than the price of painful surgery that you might need if you don't get your joints sorted out. So, order your remedy right now while Emma still has the stock and while she's still on this page. Remember, it's completely risk-free. Simply click on the link below. Emma will look after you. And if you have any questions at all about joint pain or the joint pain remedy, you can write to me at any time. So click on the link below and Emma will get your remedy in the post to you today. And I look forward to helping you get pain-free as soon as possible. Okay? Bye for now.